Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Sunday, the 7th of June. It's going to be a busy day. So, what are we talking about today? Well, I thought we'd talk about some of the neat finds that I found yesterday while out riding around. So, stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome to the channel. My name is Eric. If you didn't already know it, yes, this is the weekend. Today is Sunday, the 7th of June of 2026. So yesterday was kind of a busy day. I started out in the morning trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I had one customer picking up two generators, so I got down to the shop and the skid steers at the house. So I drove back up. It's raining out, so I said, screw this, I'm going to grab the cab tractor. So I started the cab tractor, drove it down here to the shop, and waited for him to show up, and everything went smoothly, and we got to visiting, and I picked up three more jobs from him, so that's good, right? And then I had a call that from a guy that wanted to sell his lawnmower, and normally I don't buy a lawnmower this time of year, but I said, you know what the heck. And he'd been back and forth. And I can be totally honest with you. I told him, I said, if you want to pay a $50 service fee, I'll come out and take a look at it and see if we can get it going for you. And he was too cheap. He didn't want to spend the 50 bucks. So when I got the call from him, I was kind of surprised because Claude had told him if he wanted to get rid of it, give Eric a call. He may be interested in it. So I got rid of shouldn't say got rid of, but I took care of the one customer that was scheduled to come in. So took the tractor back to the house, hopped in the truck, and drove over to this guy's house. And when I pulled in, I could see he had a brand new Cub Cadet. Okay. So he come out and he said, I suppose you want to see the lawnmower. And I said, yeah. So he went and took a look at it. It's a John Deere's 777. It's a commercial grade, beautiful machine. And I said, what is it not doing or doing? So he hit the switch and it sounded like the battery was dead. And I said, well, did you want to fix it or do you want to get rid of it? And he said, I want to get rid of it. He said, I already bought a brand new one and make me an offer. So without hearing it run or anything, I shot him 1700 because it is a commercial mower, zero turn. And he said, well, let me go talk to my wife. So he went into the house, come back out, and said, well, she said 18, and I get to keep the new battery I put in it. Well, I was looking, and it wasn't a new battery. And my guess at that point is that the battery wasn't charged. Okay. So I said, all right, I'll give you the 18. And I said, I'll go get a trailer and come back and get it. Okay. So in the meantime, he had hooked it to his truck and pulled it out of the shed, so it was in the driveway, so I could back right to it and winch it on. Everything's good. So I dropped the trailer in front of the house, and I'm going to head to Walmart because I want to get a brand new battery for this lawnmower to see what's going on with it. On the way, I see this beautiful treadmill, and I had to get gas, so I drove down to the gas station, turned around, come back, and it said free. So then I drove home, got the other trailer, drove it back, backed up to it, and the fella come down and he said, please, please take it. And I said, I'd like to, but I said, it's heavier than a dead minister. I said, how'd you get it out here? Because he's an older guy. He said he brought it out there with the tractor. And I said, well, can we load it with the tractor? Push it on, I don't care. But he's like, no, let's take it apart, two piece, and put the one piece in it, and then we can just skid the other one in. So we did. But while I was there, because he said that he didn't know what was wrong with it, was his daughter's been sitting on his front porch for the last year and a half. He wanted it gone. So he wasn't sure what was going on with it. So I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'll have Claude take a look at it and see what's going on. Because I knew the guy. And he's like, he's like, Eric, are you still doing small engine repair over there? And I said, yeah. So, well, I like to bring my four wheeler and I have a handheld. It's like a Manus tiller. And he said that the primer bulb thing won't, it'll push in, but it won't come back. And he said, would that be something that you could fix for me? And I said, absolutely. You know, you drop it off anytime, or if you want, we got room on the trailer. Put it on right now. And he said, no, I'd rather bring it over and drop it off. So I'll put it on my trailer. And I said, okay. So back to the house I went with that trailer load. Now I've got two trailers sitting in front of my house with crap on it, right? So back the same direction to go to Walmart, grabbed the 400 cranking amp with the John Deere's have got the reverse pulse. So if you're replacing a battery on the John Deere, you need to go the opposite. So I grabbed the battery, stopped at the grocery store, picked up some groceries, got a text from another customer saying, are you going to be in the shop this afternoon? And I said, I will be around 2 o'clock. Why? And it's like, well, we want to drop off one of our tractors to have you work on it. I said, okay, but I don't need to be there. You can drop it off anytime you want, but I can give you a shout once I get back from grocery shopping to hook up. So when I got back, it was like 10 after 1. So I sent him a text and said, look, I'm back in the area. I'm at the house. I'll be just a minute unloading the groceries. And then I got a few other things, but I'll be here at the house. I only live maybe 3/4 of a mile from the shop. I'm just up the road. So I grabbed the battery that I bought brand new at Walmart, dropped that into that lawnmower, tightened up the nuts and everything on it, got in the seat, pulled the choke, hit the switch, fired right up. Like, really? So I dropped the end gate, backed it off. I tried everything on it, everything worked perfectly. All I can think of is he either had a dead battery in it or he had the battery in backwards. One or the other. I wasn't paying that close of attention, but I knew that it sounded when it went click, 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 that the battery was dead. So when he said he wanted a battery, yeah, you can have that battery. So then I had to make room in my garage. So I took the wood splitter out that was hooked to the four wheeler, dropped that over where I'm cutting firewood right now, pulled the four wheeler back in, and put the zero turn in, or put the zero turn in, and then put the four wheeler back in behind it because the zero turn, the 777, is a 61-inch cut. Beautiful mower. Like I say, it's a commercial grade mower. So now what I'm going to do is my other mower, I'm going to get that cleaned up, throw a new battery in that. And Claude's like, why don't you pedal it right now? And I said, because the best time to sell a mower, as far as I'm concerned, is in the spring. Everybody that wanted a lawnmower has got one. So the ones that are left are nitpicking and they can't make up their mind. So get her cleaned up, new set of blades, complete fresh service on it, and then I'll sell it in the spring. Or worst case scenario, I'll keep it for a backup mower because there's not a doggone thing wrong with that. That's got a 54-inch cut and it's not as comfortable as this one. This one here is like riding in a cushion. So from there, I decided, well, let me see if I can wrangle some cows because what I've been trying to do is I told them it's going to take 3 or 4 days because the last time we loaded cows, they had to use the cattle rod that shocks them. And the minute one of the bulls got hit with that cattle shot, it let out this low groan that every one of the cows that weren't in the fence decided to run for their lives because they thought for sure something was being killed, into the cattle trailer. So they've been staying kind of shy of that. They're a little bit nervous. So yesterday I was able to get 3/4 of the herd in there and just let them relax, let them know that I'm not shutting the gate on them, I'm not doing anything. And what my hopes is to get the whole herd in there, minus the calves, and then they can get those loaded and wrangle up the calves. Today, we're going to Tupper Lake for my wife to celebrate her birthday, but also I'm going back to my every other week schedule of visiting with her and sneaking in like a drug dealer sweets, chocolate, and snacks is what she wants. All in all, it was a pretty decent day. I ended up getting 2 short videos done. One aired last night, one will air tonight because I didn't know if I'd have time today to get to it. But there you go. There's some days that just everything clicks and everything works according to plan. And did I thank God for it? Absolutely. That's what I was saying yesterday. You create your own stress. And when things are going good, you need to thank the man upstairs that he's given you that good day, to speak of. And then I got to run over this afternoon and pick up the check for the cows. The guy's like, you don't need to worry about getting paid. You know where I live, and yada, yada, yada. I understand that, but you bought the cows and you're supposed to be doing all the heavy lifting. And so far, the only one doing the heavy lifting is me. I built the road in there for them. I've been giving them my grain every day to get them into that corral. And that's why I took less than what I should have, is because they were supposed to do all the heavy lifting. Of course, Claude, he went yard sailing it. They had a bunch of yard sales, but they got rained out in the morning. So uh, they got some stuff. But I saw quite a few yard sales, but I wasn't looking for any more crap to bring home. If anything, I should have a yard sale. But I don't have the patience when a bunch of people stop and they see $10 on something and say, I'll give you $1 for it. You want to flip them the bird, to be honest with you. So I don't have very much patience when it comes to that. I couldn't be a used car salesman because I'm the type that says, if you want the doggone thing, buy it. If you don't, keep it on a walk-in. Period. So, how was your guys' weekend? Any good? Any exciting news? Ed, totally understand with the carburetors, buying that one for your Kawasaki and stuff. But a lot of times, if you just open a return, they'll just say keep it and order another one. Or if you want to go back to the kit. That's been my experience on eBay and Amazon is they tell you it's one part and it's defective. And a lot of times I'm starting to believe the rumor that a lot of the parts that the Chinese are pushing are ones that the aftermarket companies and the OEM companies rejected because there was a flaw. Maybe that was one of them that had a flaw in the throat. It didn't get reamed enough or what have you to allow the choke to shut and stuff. And they would have rejected the whole load. So maybe we're seeing them on eBay instead of putting them back into the smelter. So it's not going to be a long video today. Just thought I'd just say hi, still kicking, and yesterday was a good day, and hopefully today's going to be a great day. And it's all about your stress and understanding that we create our own stress, self-inflicted. You do have a choice in the matter. Today, I'm going to have another good day. I better have another good day because I don't want to stress about it. On that note, you guys have a great day.